Hello everyone, good evening. So in the previous class, we have discussed about how to write a Python code. So today in this class, today day 4 of learning. Okay, so we are gonna discuss about how to write a Python code as well as print operations and everything. Next further topics we are gonna discuss. Okay, fine. So let us recap first. See, yesterday I have given a program like, okay, I have written a program, write a program, okay, to print, I can say 50. This is what the program, okay, so write a program to print something 50. That's what the program, isn't it? So now today, like, we are going to discuss more about the print statement, how it works, okay, so under the hood and everything. So clear. So previously, like what we have done program, so just you have written print of whatever, okay, 50, I'll say 50 as a data. Now that you need to provide something like this. Clear. Now this will be print of 50. Okay, so whenever you execute this, you are going to get the result as 50. Okay, fine. So today we are gonna focus, okay, so more on, I can say, print statement. Okay, so we are going to understand about print completely in detail and in depth. Okay, so let us cover that, so how it works and everything. Okay, so suppose, assume that now next thing is, our next question is, assume, okay, I have a program, like I want to write a program to print, okay, so 10 comma 20 comma 30. Now you can see 10 comma 20 comma 30. Now suppose if I talk here, see, we don't have only one value here, we are having multiple values, isn't it? Now 10 is a separate different value, 20 is a separate different value, 30 is a separate different value. So total we are having 3 different values. Okay, so what do we are going to have? 3 different values. So what we want to do is, whenever we are going to have a multiple values, then if you want to print, okay, so if you want to print, you can do it in multiple ways. I can say that you can do it in multiple ways. How? In the sense, assume that, okay, so like multiple values, assume that you are having multiple values. Now these values you need to print. Okay, so I can say you can do it in 2 ways. First way is nothing but, okay, within a same line, you can print within a same line, in the sense within a same line you can print it, or okay, so within a single print statement also I can say it, or I can say with respect to multiple lines. Clear. Now you can print that in 2 different ways, either within the same line or with respect to what? Multiple lines. So multiple lines in the sense, okay, so within the same line, let me clear it. So you can print 10, then afterwards you can print 20, and you can print 30. That is how you can say to the machine. But with respect to the multiple lines, in the sense 10, first line you can print 10, the second line you can print 20, in the third line you can print 30. This is what. Now how to achieve this, we are going to understand step by step. Okay, clear. So let us understand how to do this. Now assume that whenever you want to print within the same line, what do you want to do it? Now suppose whenever you want to print multiple datas within the same line, in the sense, just you simply you write print of 10 comma 20 comma 30. That's all. Just what you want to do, you need to print 10 comma 20 comma 30. That's all. That is what. Now what happens now? Okay, whenever you give print of 10 comma 20 comma 30, automatically what it does, it will print within the same line. So we can see this. Okay, so see, now assume that I want to print not only 10 20 30, you can print anything, any multiple datas. If you want to print within the same line, just you can use print of data 1 comma data 2 comma data 3. So you are going to do that. Okay, so let us understand, okay, with respect to the code now. So clear. So let us understand with respect to the code. Now let me open VS Code. This is what VS Code which I have opened. Clear. Now what I'll do, I'll create another file, that is nothing but second. See, initially we are going to use this, later on I'll change. Okay, so second, can say pro.py. Now as I told you, okay, so I have multiple datas, just I'll be writing print 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. This is what I am doing now. Okay, so as already previously I have told you, now how to run this code, how to give to the interpreter. Simple. To give to the interpreter, you should have to call interpreter. Who is the interpreter now? Python 3. In your case, if you're using Windows, it will be Python. So now we need to provide name. So what is the name we are having? Second pro.py. That's all. So just let us enter it. Now see, I got it. What is the result? I got it now. 10, 20, 30 and 40. This is what. Can I say the result is within the same line now? Yes, exactly. The result is within the same line. Then what if I want to print in multiple lines? If I want these kind of results, then simple. We have here one option. I can say option 1, repeat the print statement. Okay, so repeat the same operation. So I can say print of 10, you can do it, or I can say print of 20, you can do it, or I can say print of 30, you can do it, or let it be, it will be so many number of times. That is what you can do it. You can have that option. Clear? So let me show you that also. Okay. One more thing we are going to discuss. Suppose, assume that guys, this line I don't want, or any line I don't want to be considered for execution. I don't want to consider for it to be executed. Then just I need to mention that line with starting of hash. Okay, then it won't be considered. It will not be involved. Like suppose if I execute once again, now you see now you are not getting anything here because that line will be ignored by the interpreter. Any line which starts with hash will be ignored. It will not be considered. That is how it works. Okay, fine. Now suppose if I want to print in multiple lines, just you can say print of 10. That's all. The next. Okay, so just let me close this. Print of 10 I want to do it. Then let us give once again print of what I want to give now, 20. Then once again let us give print of 30. Okay, so then next print of 40. So same, let us run this. Now to run it, I will be calling interpreter. The statement has been wrong. So let us give it as print of 40. Done. Okay, so let us execute. Now you can see the result. What is the result? It's been now 10, 20, 30, 40, which is printing in multiple lines. Clear? It is printing in multiple lines. Okay, so that is what. Clear? Now understand, if you have a multiple datas, okay, if you want to print that multiple datas, you can print it in two ways, either within the same line or with respect to multiple lines. Clear? Okay, so if you want to do it within the same line, directly you can use one single print statement. If you want to do it with respect to the multiple lines, you can go with multiple statements. Okay, fine. So now let me make it clear somewhat. Okay, so let us go with somewhat more in depth now. Okay, so understand. See, whenever I say print of, understand now, 10, 20, 30. Clear? You observe the result. What we got? We got the result as 10. Then afterwards we are getting one space here. Then we are getting 20. Then we are getting defaultly one space here. Then we are getting the result as what? 30. Now that is what I want to tell you. Whenever you print multiple datas by using only one print statement, what happens? Defaultly, those all multiple datas are separated by what? Space. Okay, separated by what? Space. That is what. Okay, so those multiple datas always will be separated by what? Space. Now assume that. Okay, is it possible to add our particular symbol, or is it possible to add our particular word between those separations? Yes, you can do it. If you want to do it, okay, only the case remember when you have multiple datas. Okay, that is what the case you need to remember. Clear? So whenever you want to add separator between multiple values, you can add it in Python. Now how you can add it? Just by calling a print statement. Then you can say if you have multiple datas, data 1 comma up to so on, I can say data n. You can put n number of data by separating comma, then followed by comma I'll be giving. Then you can use SCP, one name, or I can say that's a keyword argument actually. SCP stands for what? Separator. Now this is what my separator. Clear? For this you need to assign one word or a symbol or whatever it may be. You need to assign it. Okay, that's the reason separator is equals to whatever you want to assign. You can assign between single quotes. I can say ch. Okay, you can assign like this. This ch can be a symbol, or it can be a alpha, clear, or it can be a number, whatever it may, but make sure that it need to be in single quotes, clear, or it can be multiple words also, you can do it. Now what happens whenever you do this? Okay, so what is the result you will be expecting? The result will be so simple. You are going to get a result as what? Data 1, then separator whatever you have. See, this you are going to get only when you have multiple data. If you have single data and if you are adding a separator, it doesn't work. Okay, data 1, then you will get a separator here, then followed by data 2, then you are going to get a separator, then you are going to have a data 3. This is how it works. Clear? So let me show you practically how we are gonna implement this. See here now. So let me comment this. Okay, so just I'll be commenting this all. Okay, so let us, okay, see here, print, I'll be giving 10 comma 20 comma 30 I'm giving here. Now okay, so let me run my code now. See, I'm running this code, you can check out here. Now whenever I run it, now you can see 10 space default I got it. Now 20 space 30 I got it. Now what I'll do, I'll say comma separator is equals to, I will add at the rate. See what I'm adding now, separator as what? At the rate. Remember, separator need to be passed inside the print. Okay, now whenever I run this now, suppose I'll be running this. See, so what is the result I got now? 10 at the rate, 20 at the rate, 30. This is what. And also as I told you, okay, so if you have single data like print 10 comma, I'll be giving a separator. Okay, so I'll be telling that I'll be adding a dollar symbol here. It won't work. Okay, you will never be getting a separator for 10 now. See, I'm not getting it. Reason is simple. It will work for only multiple values. It will never be working for only single value. That is what I'm gonna tell you. Got my point? So this is how you are going to add a separator. And I think you got the use case. When we are going to put a separator. Okay, so we are going to put a separator in a print. Okay, when we have, okay, multiple values, then you can put a separator. Clear? That is what we can do it. Okay, fine. Now one case we have discussed, right? So what is the case we have discussed here? We told that with respect to the multiple, like how to print all the data with respect to different lines, that can also be done by using separator. So I can say one more particular thing. Okay, there is a separator called /n. Okay, so you can provide this /n will tell that next line. What it says? Next line. Now this next line will be a separator. Okay, so how in the sense? Suppose if I say print of 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma, then I can say SEP is equals to /n. If I give this, now what happens now? Okay, so this executes. First 10 will be printed, then /n is nothing but it is telling my cursor to move to the next line. You are going to get 20 here. Then it is telling cursor to move to the next line. What you are going to get? 30. Then cursor stops here. That is how it works. Clear? So this is how exactly how we are going to use a separator in print statement. Okay. So now listen everyone here. So what I want to say is, okay, please do stop here and practice this. Then only you are going to get a clarity. If you don't practice, just watching YouTube tutorials or videos, if it, okay, understanding no problem at all. But okay, always remember, practicing always hits a different. So you are going to understand everything clearly if you do hands-on. That's what I will tell you. Okay, please do pause here, pause the video and practice and come back. Clear? Do it please. Okay, fine. Now next. Okay, I hope you understood separator, isn't it? Okay, what you are gonna use in print statement. Okay, that's all. That is the use of separator. Then next, see another thing we can use in print statement. What is that in the sense? End. So what is the meaning of end? Okay, let me explain your scenario. End is used when, okay, as we are having, okay, multiple print statements. Suppose assume that, okay, so I want to print something, print of 10. The next I want to print of 20. I'm going to say print of 30. If you observe here, after printing, like how this result is going to be given. Now this result will be always given like in the first line you are going to get 10, in second line you are going to get 20, in third line you are going to get 30. This is how the result is. Correct or not? What if I want to make, like I want to use all the statement, but I want, okay, them all the result not to be printed in the next line. So I want that to be in a single line. How we can do it? That will be told by using what? Your end. Now end says for, like end is used to tell every print statement whether I need to continue within the same line or I need to go with the next line. Clear? And also understand, see, end we are going to use only when we have multiple print statements. Clear? This scenario, when we have multiple print statements, at the time only we are going to use end. Got my point? So now assume that I want to use multiple print statement. Okay, there is a case, like I have write a program. There is a case called write a program to print, okay, 50, 60, 70 within the same line. Okay, within what? Same line, exactly. Same line I want to print it, but multiple print statement. I need multiple print statement. How we can do it? You can't do it by using separator. Separator just says, okay, see, separator is used when you have multiple datas, but do only one print statement. But here we need to use multiple print statements. Multiple datas are there. Then how to be done? Now that will be done by using end. Now how we are going to do it? Okay, assume that like there is a scenario. Okay, if I say print of 50. Now after printing this 50, whether I need to move to the next line or should I have to be staying within the same line? Now that will be told by using what? Your end. Now how we can say that? Simple. I can say end. I can put it here, comma. I can say end is equals to, you can say space. Okay, in single quotes you can put space. Then what happens now? It will print 50. It will not move your cursor to the next line, rather than it gives one space. Clear? So that is how it works. Now suppose if I say print of 60, comma, once again end, or if I don't give end here, what happens now? If I tell print of 60, now what happens now? It prints 60, then cursor will move to the next line. Cursor is nothing but your interpreter will move to the next line. Clear? The next, if I say print of 70, okay, sorry, so because of this end, no, now you'll be getting here, then it moves your cursor to the next. Now print of 70 if you give, now 70 will be printed here. This is what the result you are going to get. Okay, so let us understand this. Okay, this case. Then understand, see what I'll be doing now. Let us say I want to give print of 50. Done. Okay, suppose, just let me show you first. Now print of 60. Then let us print of 70. Clear? Now whenever I run this now, what happens? You will be getting 50, 60, 70. Clear? You are getting 50, 60, 70. Super. That is what. But what if I want all in the single line? Then you can say comma end is equals to what I'm giving now. One space I have given. Now what is the result exactly? You told print 50. Don't move your cursor to the next line. Then you print a space. Add a space. Then afterwards you are telling that print 60. Then 50 space 60 you are going to get. Then afterwards you told in this print statement in this line, you told that need to move to the next line. Then you will get, okay, 70 in the next line. That is what I was expecting. See here, now I got 50, 60 and 70. Now what if I want to get that also within the same line? I can say end is equals to space. Then what happens now? Everything you are going to get in a single line. See, I am getting a single line. After 70, if you write any print statement, now by default it will be going for what? Next line. Suppose if I give 100 here. Now default it will be going for the next line. Clear? Now suppose if I do it, see, 50, 60, 70, then I'm getting 100 over there. That is in the next line. Got my point? That is what. Suppose what if I want to like 100 also within the same line. Then add previous statement end. Okay, that is what the end. So use of end. I can say end is used to make, okay, cursor, or end, okay, so end is used to make, okay, end is used to make cursor within same line or different line. Okay, it is used to make or move cursor within the same line or different. I can say move cursor, okay, within the same line or different line. By using end we can move the cursor. Clear? That is what. And see, here we are having only one data. That's the reason we are not using a separator. Okay, we can use separator also. We don't have any problem. Suppose if I am having 100 here, assume that 50 and 100 how need to be separated, you can give it here. Now separator will be 50 and that need to be separated. Okay, that is what I'm telling, at the rate something. If I tell it now, you will get 50 at the rate 100, then end is something, then you will get 60. That is how it is going to work. See, okay, I got 50 at the rate 100, then space, then 60, then 70. This is how exactly it works. Clear? So this is the use of whatever, okay, end and space, like separator in the print statement. Okay, so now always remember. Okay, so now let me explain you syntax for print statement. So what will be the syntax for print statement? So always, like, you are going to use print of. Either you can print a single data, or you can print a multiple datas. Okay, data 1 comma data 2 comma so on comma, I can say data n comma followed by, you can put one variable called separator. Separator is equals to, you can put a value, then afterwards you can say end is equals to another value, then close it. Okay, it's your choice. Between single quotes you can put anything, or double quotes you can put anything. Now this is what exactly the syntax of what your print statement. This is what exactly. This is what you need to use every time and understand. Make it clear. See, separator is used to separate the values. Okay. Now end is used to tell after this what. Okay. So by defaultly end will be /n. By defaultly separator will be what? Space. Okay. If you don't add this, automatically this will be considered. If you add them, it will be overridden. Overridden in the sense it will be changed. Clear? So that is what the use of whatever print statement. Got my point? Okay, so if you like this, please do subscribe and share to your friends. Let them learn, and please follow the instructions, and please every day do practice that. That is what I want to tell you. Clear? Okay, this is about the print statement. Now let us go with the next thing. Okay.